Does karma follow your soul across lifetimes? If the soul truly exists, what would it be like? A thin wisp of smoke drifting through centuries? A current of energy that never fades? Or perhaps an unfinished book, closed for a while, then opened again in a new chapter with a different setting, different characters, yet the same narrator? And if the soul does exist, then each lifetime is only a brief chapter in an endless journey. In that case, the next question feels almost inevitable. Do the seeds we plant today follow us into another life? Karma, in many Eastern philosophies, is described as a flow of cause and effect that reaches far beyond the span of a single life. It is not merely you reap what you sow over months or years, but a chain of consequences stretching over decades, centuries, even millennia, if the soul's journey continues. But here, remember, this is only a thought experiment. Suppose the soul is real. Perhaps it is a form of conscious energy science has not yet learned to measure. Energy, according to the law of conservation, is neither created nor destroyed, only transformed. If consciousness is a form of energy, then the imprints of our actions, emotions, and choices might still remain. Like fingerprints on the surface of water, they may ripple outward, sink below, but never truly disappear. Imagine the soul as a vessel of water. Every action, every thought you have is a drop of dye falling into it. If the drop is clear, the water stays pure. If it is dark or murky, it blends in and is almost impossible to remove. And when that vessel pours into another in the next life, the color remains, lighter or deeper depending on what you add in the lives that follow. So, why care about karma if it's only hypothetical? Because this idea touches one of the deepest human needs: meaning. If life doesn't end with the final breath, then every choice we make, even the smallest, could carry far more weight than we think. If everything we do leaves a mark, then each decision today is a thread connecting us to our own future. Science cannot yet prove karma or reincarnation, but there are parallels. Psychology speaks of implicit memory, behavior patterns that repeat even when we don't recall their origins. Genetics speaks of epigenetic inheritance, experiences of parents, even grandparents, that can influence how genes are switched on or off in later generations. In some sense, traces of a previous life can pass into the next, not at the level of the soul, but in biology and psychology. If the soul were real, how might karma work? Perhaps like an invisible record that holds everything we've been through, not to punish or reward, but as a database for the soul to learn from. If you haven't learned patience in this life, the lesson might return in the next, in a different setting, with different characters. And the more the lesson is ignored, the more it repeats until you finally see it. Another possibility: if the soul carries karma, human connections may not be random at all. Maybe you meet someone for the first time, yet feel an uncanny familiarity. Maybe you love or dislike someone without knowing why. Biology could explain this with neurochemistry and social instincts. But if the soul is real, perhaps these are debts or gifts carried over from stories you no longer remember. Karma, in this sense, is not a fixed sentence. It's flexible, like a map that can still be redrawn. Every new action is a fresh line, every decision a new turn. You may not erase what's already drawn, but you can draw over it, open new routes, and change your destination. If this were true, our purpose might not just be to find happiness or success in this life, but to evolve at the level of consciousness. Evolution not measured in technology or wealth, but in the soul's ability to love, to forgive, and to learn from each experience. Every time you choose kindness over selfishness, you're not just doing good now, you're adding new data to your soul's journey. Picture it. If the soul is a traveler, each life is a new country it visits. Every place leaves a mark, beautiful, challenging, or both. Some places make the soul want to return, others, not at all. But all add to the map it carries, and karma is how that map is drawn, not only by what happens to you, but by how you respond. If this idea is true, even your deepest fears and desires today might be luggage from before. Perhaps your fear of the sea doesn't come from this lifetime, but from a story lived long ago. Perhaps your love for music, painting, or a faraway land is the echo of a life where you lived those passions fully. So if this is just a thought experiment, what's its purpose? Maybe to remind us that every act could matter beyond our sight. Maybe to help us face hardship by believing it's not meaningless, that it's part of a greater lesson, or simply to inspire us to live more consciously, even when no one is certain whether souls or karma are real. When you believe karma might follow the soul across lifetimes, you start seeing every interaction differently. The person who angers you might be a teacher testing your patience. The one who helps you in hard times might be an old friend from another journey. And missed opportunities might not be endings, only a promise to meet again in another round. So, is karma real? No one can answer with certainty. Perhaps it's only a story humanity tells itself to believe justice exists, even when it's not immediately visible. Or perhaps, when you take your last breath, you'll realize you've simply walked into another classroom with the same old lessons waiting. The more intriguing question is, if this could be true, how would you live differently? How would you treat others if you believed every interaction was a thread woven into your own tapestry, one you might see again in another life? And if karma truly followed the soul, what would you want to carry forward? What would you choose to leave behind? If what we've explored together makes you want to reflect on your choices, not with fear, but with curiosity for a larger journey, then stay. Here, we will keep imagining, questioning, and exploring the things science cannot yet prove, but the heart still longs to understand. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, so that whenever a new story is told, you'll be the first to hear it. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again, whether in the next video, or perhaps in another lifetime.